Hello, welcome back.
Yeah, PC went down. Right, apologies to my viewers. Now, what did I miss while I was away? What was the point?
Not
Not a lot by the
too
look of
much.
it.
Bedhead broke dry. Cobra played a good safety. Got ball in hand. Now he's running out. Are you back online?
Yes, I'm back online. Yeah, I'm broadcasting live.
Streaming, I mean. Oh, there we go.
I blame that in Yamaguchi Taru. As soon as I tabbed out, the bloody thing crashed. I'm complaining about the voice.
I thought Cobra would just draw back for that ball. Pretty high standard here, though.
Yeah, well, that's what you expect with these two guys. You'd expect high quality.
You do. But mistakes will creep in eventually. Here's another dry break, which I don't care what Steve says, does not count as a mistake in a game that has randomized racking. Does not look like a lot of problems for Bedhead. Oh, problem is he didn't get on the 2. Did he really intend to play this in the side?
Now, it'd be handy if somebody posted the link for Slim's stream into the lobby chat. That way I could bring it back up because I don't have the link for the internal browser. Right, welcome back, chaps. Yeah, the PC rebooted when I tabbed out. And like I said, I'm going to blame Yamaguchi Taru for that. If we hadn't complained about the mic, I wouldn't have tabbed out, and that probably wouldn't have happened. Anyway, that's my excuse.
You got to have your excuses set up. Otherwise, what are we doing here?
Now, somebody do me a favour. Somebody go to Slim's Twitch channel, copy the URL and paste it in the lobby so I can bring it up in the internal browser, please.
Why do you need it on the internal browser? I'm confused.
Well, I want to be able to watch what's happening in Match Semi Pro and what's his name, Sergaresh, so I can tab into it. That way I can just do this and tab into the internal browser. Why is Twitch down? Because I'm not using Twitch anymore to do live streams, Botman. Not for VP4 I am anyway. VP4 just going to be on YouTube. Right, well, if nobody's going to get me the link for Slim's channel, I'm going to have to tab out and get it myself. I thought somebody would have done it for me a lot sooner than this, but nobody's bothered, so I'm going to have to do it myself. Right, I'm going to be gone again. What's the score? 2-1. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, Wit gotcha eventually.
Oh, did he?
Yep. Well, he posted it in the YouTube chat. I don't know if that counts.
No, that's no good. I need it in the VP4 lobby. I can't click a link in the on-screen chat. That's no good.
Just
No,
you can Control C, and Control V it.
no. It's on-screen chat on my main monitor. I can't copy anything in that. That's just so that's not live text, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but in your YouTube window, never mind.
I don't have YouTube open though. I've got any other browsers. I'll be back in a minute. Just hang on a minute till I find this damn thing. Once I've got that, then everything will be good. Right. Right, now I can shut that down. Ah, Hazard's done it. No, get that volume down, get the accepted. 3-1 up to semi-pro at the moment. Right. Okay, that's as we can settle down.
What a two-way shot that was from Bedhead. Sticking the cue ball behind the 5 while taking a ride at the 9. Very clever. Easy kick for Cobra. But the safety, ooh, the safety's there too.
Welcome to Tam.
I think I would kick the other way around the 4 in order to send the 1 back up toward the 9.
Yeah, that's the only thing about kicking to the back of it. You can go right in the back and along the rail and scratch just like that.
Yeah, I think probably he didn't want to go 2 rails behind it, or if he did, he didn't want to get deep underneath it like that.
Gary C is Tam, yeah.
Meanwhile, the 1, well, you can get to it from this way anyway. Don't see the problem here. He wants the right angle on the 4 because the 8 is in the way of just rolling out for the 5 in the corner.
Well, he's got to get back off this 3 a little bit because he wants the angle to come out maybe between the 8 ball and the 5 to get the 5 into the side. Or he might be able to just dink it for.
No, he'll play the one you said because he's got the perfect angle for it.
Well, he might chicken out in that. He might come out into the middle of the table below the 8. Let's look at the angle.
That would be a wrong choice if he did that.
Look to see whether he's going to come out in the gap. He looks as if he's going to do that right into the gap. Now he doesn't want to go too far. Well, he's a bit straight, so he's going to have to get close to this 9 ball or leave it above it.
Nah, just roll it in, take the cut. Nothing wrong with this cut shot.
Cut it from the far side, right.
Now he's got a perfect angle to come up for the 8 in the side, I think.
So has everybody been reading about this, watching videos on YouTube and folk talking about this Ubisoft controversy, what they've been doing? I bought the Crew a long time ago, and the reason I stopped playing the Crew was because I could never get in a game online. When I did play the Crew, there was never any decent games online, so I gave up on that game a long while ago. But what Ubisoft have done, I mean, Gran Turismo did this for years where they would close the servers down so you couldn't play it online, but at least you could play it offline. But Ubisoft have killed the Crew altogether. If you've got the Ubisoft program on your computer like I do, if you go to your profile and you look at your games library, the Crew no longer, well, it's there, but you can no longer play it. They've killed it. So you can't even play it offline, which is, it's going to be in the small print and all the terms and conditions that they're allowed to do that. The lawyers do that years and years ago, but people are really, really pissed off at it. That the fact that you buy a game and at the end of the day, the game isn't yours, and they can just kill the online servers so that you can't even log in to play offline. And you've paid, what, 40 odd pound or $50, $60 for the thing at the time, which is ridiculous. Yeah, it's as if you're just renting the bloody game. I mean, I think Ubisoft are going to get a huge backlash on that if they're not already getting it, because the Crew Motorfest just came out on Steam today, and there's a lot of pissed off people on Steam if you read that. Well, back to the business in hand. 2 racks apiece.
Bedhead got an unlucky roll off a kick shot again. Straight into the pocket.
What's happened to Slim? Has his stream died? I've just tabbed to Slim's channel and nothing's happening. Well, there we go. What is it? 6? Is that 6? 4-2 to semi-pro.
And that one's moving fast.
Well, I have to say that what do you call it? What's that game I've been playing the last week or so? That Horizon Forbidden West, that fell off the back of a lorry. I mean, there's no way I'm paying 60 quid for that. Well, this looks fairly straightforward. Doesn't want to go too straight.
Well,
in fact, he is too straight. So, got to be careful if he's going to juice this with bottom left English to spin it up across the table. Yeah, he's making sure
a lot of left.
He's making sure he hit it soft, though. He didn't want to start quizzing it up the table. Kept well away from any sort of scratch happening.
Yeah, too much left, and he could bring that corner pocket scratch into play, and you also make the shot more missable. Make the 6 more missable, that is. Or whatever ball that was.
Six ball. Ball goes now. Can he get a bump onto this 2 when he cuts this 1? This looks a bit thin to be bumping the 2. I don't think he can get there.
Oh, he can get there. He can hit it.
You think he can catch that?
Hard to control. It's hard to control both balls, but he can definitely contact the 2 while making the 1.
No, I didn't think so, but...
Well, he didn't put any right English on it.
Yeah, he needed a bit of spin. And now he's
I'm not sure what he was thinking there. Maybe he thought he would contact it even without right English, but he didn't use any right, which meant he didn't hit it, and he was kind of always going to be behind the 7. Does he not see the 2? Is he trying to line up a shot on the 3 right now?
I haven't a clue what he's looking at. I mean, he might be looking at a combo, but bumping the 2 and seeing where the 7 was going or something. I think that's what he was just checking. He'll probably be happy with that outcome.
He'll be very happy with that outcome. Bedhead won't. Now, can he fit around the 8? Because if he can hit the 2 full, he's got every chance of getting safe behind the 9.
There might be a reason for that, Whit, but I'm not sure whether I'm at liberty to say anything.
Commentator's eye there for you, Hugh. Every chance of getting safe behind the 9.
Bedhead's come out good here as well.
This is not so easy to kick safe here. Yeah, he hit it hard.
Hang on, as the 7 get legs to bump that 5. Nope.
Oh, it doesn't, and that makes things interesting too.
Well, there's plenty of room to get the 2 onto the 7 and the 5.
Yeah, and maybe that's probably the way to solve this. He didn't play it though. He played a safety.
Well, that is surprising that Bedhead decided. Now, he might regret that, actually not going for that, because that 2 went straight onto the 7 and 5. Maybe he was worried that he would not have a shot in the 2, but surprisingly, he never had a go at it.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he considered it, and I think it was worth considering. Now, you don't have to make it. If he'd hit the 2 into the wrong part of the 7, the 5 isn't going to drop. So, I don't know, maybe he was concerned that it was just too difficult.
And the cue ball's gone south. So Bedhead maybe did make the right choice.
Well, but here's the thing, is that now he doesn't have a good opportunity to break up these balls.
Well, that's true. That's true. It's good in one sense, bad in another. But I mean, you can get to the 5 clean as long as you're right down here on it. You know, where he's looking at the moment. But he's got to get there off that 4, which he's got plenty of room to do.
And the good news for him is that the 6 is already gone, and so the 7's right there, so he doesn't have to move the cue ball much off the 5, which helps. I'd say he left enough angle here.
Well, the only way this will go wrong is if he ends up hooked behind the 8 or the 9 somehow or other.
He can.
He's not going to get there, so he's going to be well short of that, and he's perfect. He can get onto the 5 clean. So he's judged that well.
I think he can draw straight back and take the pocket point weirdness out of play here. Yeah. Ooh, getting on the 8 is not easy if he's against the rail here, though. He really wanted to be able to access the bottom of the cue ball here.
If he starts jacking up here, which I think he's going to hit, well, what's he doing? Is he trying to get in the short side above this 8?
Trying to spin it just above the 8.
Oh, well, he's got there.
Worked.
Judged it well.
Worked.
So we're going to be back on par here in this match. Let's have a quick tab. And we can see that things are going a wee bit slow since Semi-Pro got 5-2 up. It's now 5-3, but Semi-Pro at the table about to probably open that gap. Cue ball's gone. Back in time just to see Bedhead scratch.
The break has not been an advantage for these players between the scratches and the dry breaks.
Yeah, going back to this thing about Steve not being in the stream. What can I say? It could be that he's busy. It could be that it's Friday. He's away playing golf. It could be that he read Spud Boy's message in the stream the other night there, where he said the stream's a lot better without Steve in it. It could have been that, but it could also be another reason, which is nothing to do with me. That's all I'm saying about that. It's nothing to do with me as to whether Steve isn't here or not. But it could be something to do with a message that he got and a message that I got, and that's all I'm going to say about it. That's up to the other person that sent the message to explain it. I'm not going to divulge anything else other than that. we'll leave you up in the air as far as that goes. But I've got no problem with Steve coming into the stream. That way I know I can get a hold of him, and if I've got anything that's bugging me, I'll bug him about it. That's one reason I like having him in. So it's up to you guys to find out and work it out what it might be. I'm just saying it might be what I've said. It might have nothing to do with what I've said as well, even though I've said nothing, if you know what I mean.
Well, I like to give Steve a hard time, but I don't know anything about this message you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I do, and I'm 2 and 2 make 5. I might be totally wrong, but I think it might have something to do with that. But that, as I say, that's up to the other person to explain themselves to you guys.
Meanwhile,
I've got a message in my inbox that I could show you, but I'm not showing you. It's not up to me to divulge that. So 3 apiece, Bedhead with all in hand, and well, 4 to the 5 is going to be the tricky one because he's got a limited amount of pockets that's going to get him blocked with an obvious one, the 7.
Cobra got an ice cold roll there. He made a nice breakout shot off the 2, opened everything up, and ended up hooked behind the 9 on the 3.
Welcome to Keith. I never even noticed Keith there. Don't forget, guys, check if you are in one of the teams for the final of the playoff for the Winter 9-Ball League. Just check that you're in the team. Check who's in the list of the team. All of my team are well aware who's in the team because they were notified earlier on in the week. I don't know about the Filipino team though. But that kicks off tomorrow at 6 PM again. That'll be the final session in the Winter 9-Ball League. And of course, that's 1 PM Eastern. What is it? 9, 10, 11. What is it? 10 AM Pacific or something like that.
Well, what will you talk about during these messages or during these matches if the 9-Ball League is done with? You'll have to actually talk about the match you're streaming. It'll be weird.
Mm-hmm. What does League last 2 hours? What does League last 2 hours? Just curious. Tomorrow is my birthday. Wife taking me out to dinner. What does League? Oh, I couldn't read English there. It does last about 2 hours, Bill. But is Bobby Barris in the Filipino team? Because if he's there, we're going to be there for 3 hours. 2.5 hours at least, but 3 hours if Bobby Barris is playing.
Well, Cobra's bad luck continues.
Well, Bedhead should have had this rack 1, shouldn't he? I mean, well, it was a good enough table.
He got a little awkward on the 5 and missed it, but he rolled safe after the miss, as you do in 9-ball.
So, are you fit and healthy enough to go out and spread COVID in amongst other people in restaurants yet, Bill? It's so good you're going to share it with people.
You don't stay contagious for all that long, right?
Well, I think it's a bit.
You're negative for a week.
For a week? Oh, well, just go out and catch it again then. Why don't you? Oh, dear.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dear. Well, Bedhead trying to get really cute there to get on the 2, and he left the Bedhead cut on it, but never got the 1.
Yeah, he had to hit it a little bit into the thick part of the pocket, but he hit it too thick.
Right.
Now, will Cobra play the same shot? No, he can just come straight down toward the 7 off 1 rail from here.
Semi-pros building up a gap there, a comfortable gap against Sergresh 8-3. Not quite the case with this match.
Well, he didn't send it toward the 7 enough, though. And now he's tough. See, that same length of shot, if it had been going toward the 7, be a nice comfortable cut on the 2.
Now, I mean, this 3 ball will go straight up past that 8 ball. He can just let this run down the table if he wants to.
Can.
Oh,
Touchy, though. There's a pocket up there.
He's going to end
And
up on top of
speed.
this. This is no good.
No, it's really not.
In fact, he's
frozen to it.
well, he's going to have to jack up and cut across this, I think.
Yeah, he can spin it into the pocket, or he can throw it into the pocket, but he can't cut it into the pocket. He has to use friction to make it happen. So I think I would spin it from here. Just use a bunch of left English.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
right. He's right on it. He's nailed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went in.
Yes, he couldn't really cut it no matter what he did.
I didn't actually, when I was messing about at the side of the table there, I didn't actually notice it was locked on top of it. I thought there was a little gap.
I said it was frozen. You just got to listen to me
Yeah, I
more
didn't
often.
believe you though. I thought I'll go and have a look.
All right, well, Cobra's in line. It's gonna take a real bad roll for him not to get out from here, or a bad mistake.
Well, it's going to be a major catastrophe here if he does something wrong.
Now, I would play for these 2 in the same pocket because I'm such a terrible shot maker that I would never want to play the 8 and do the
straight
distant
off the rail
pocket.
back into the middle of the table. What can go wrong?
I wasn't sure if he would roll it in and play the 8 up table.
I think there's some latecomers who went to Twitch wondering why they can't see anything, realising they've come over to YouTube. Because I'm up to 22. I think Banks was another one. What was you going to say there, Pig, at the end of that rack when I jumped in?
I was just going to say, let's see if either of these players can come up with a fully successful break, but the answer has been no.
No, so
I'm
far.
I'm not sure why he's playing that cut break, given that Steve took out the perfect rack thing that he had put in. You're not going to get a consistent result off of it. You don't make the 1 in the side, but you do lose the cue ball by cutting it like that. So I'm not sure where the advantage is.
So push out. Well, he doesn't want to leave anything where you can just cut that 1 and stick you on the 4 ball.
Yeah, I mean, he almost wants to push out. Well, is that good? It could be okay. The 2 got in the way of just stopping the ball and 2-railing the 1 down by the 9.
Now you can cut the 1 as if you're trying to pot it up past the 5 and 8, and you're going to bump the 4. The chances are you're going to stay there or thereabouts. So there's a fair chance you could get a good shot out of this.
I like cutting the 1 thinner and trying to go up behind the 7 and 3. So the 1 just touches the 4 and stays right there.
Looking at the amount of the 1, I think you just play this as if you're trying to thin cut it and pot it. You don't want to hit the 8. In fact, well, he's decided he's got better ideas. He went for the bank, got the bank.
He tried to play the shot I described, where I was saying the 2 ball takes it away. He tried to 2-rail it back and forth, leaving the cue ball there to use the 5 and 8 as blockers, but the 2 ball was in the way, and so he had to make it instead.
Now, Bedhead obviously kicking here. I don't know that he's got an awful lot. Well, if that 9 wasn't there, he's going to jack up, I think. Give it a bit of spin, see if he can He needs to get it to spin quick though, because he's going to bump that 9, and now he's
Yeah, he's
decided
got to
up and
curve
down.
it quite a ways.
Now this up and down kick, I like that from the fact that you're very unlikely to bump the 8 and 5 if you go up and down. You just try and roll onto the 2 from. Well, he's back to doing the same thing, trying to get this to react. He's got to play this at such a pace that it actually reacts. If he hits it too hard, it won't react. And he's played it well.
Played it well. You don't get any separation having to hit it that soft, which is a disadvantage, but it's better than ball in hand, which was always an option. And as you said, he wanted to make sure he didn't break up the 5 and 8.
Well, the answer to that, Cold as Pillow, is basic arithmetic. If you know that the ranking points in the World Snooker rankings now is pounds per points, i.e. prize money that you win. Prize money that you win is valued as ranking points. If you look at Neil Robertson, he's ranked 25th in the world, I think it is, because he's had a crap season. He hasn't been going deep in tourneys. He hasn't won anything big to get that big bankroll, and that's why he had to qualify for the World Championships. He was outside the top 16. Just simple arithmetic. You don't make the money, you don't get the ranking points, you don't get in the top 16, you have to qualify.
That was a really nice kick that Bedhead just hit.
Well, especially when he had a big lead against that boy. He had a big lead against him and let that slip. What's Cobra going to try here? Because this 7 ball is just an annoyance to come out of there clean with how thin he wants to hit the 2. And that's why he's not even trying to get that distance. In the end, he hasn't really played anything very good. He's left the bait for Bedhead for the bank, which I'm sure he'll take. There's 5 Welshmen in the World Snooker Championships this year that have actually qualified. That's a good shot.
I kind of like it because you don't win the game by making the bank because the 5 and the 8 are still tied up.
Mm-hmm.
So he tried to play a safety where he could open them and get a lockup safe. He didn't quite get them open, but he did get the lockup. This is
what's he left?
There's almost a pocket.
I think this 2 goes. I think it goes. The only problem is that the cue ball's going in the wrong direction to get to the 3. But I'm pretty certain this 2 goes.
And the 5 is still the other problem.
Now, is there any value in actually potting this 2?
I don't think so, really. I think he's got to come up with a tactical play instead. He can play the 2 like into the 3 and try to use the. Well, he went the other way.
I don't know. They wanted to hit the 6. That didn't work out well. Now, if Cobra can get good on this 3, he can draw the long rail on the right hand side. When he pots the 3 and bump this 5, and maybe still have a shot to 4. There's a lot of ifs and buts. Well, he won't do it at that angle.
No, and even if he had the angle you were talking about, the issue is that the 5 and 8 are lined up to push the 8 toward the 4. So the odds that you're going to break them and get a shot on the 4 pretty slim. But what does he have otherwise? I don't know.
Well, he could be trying to spin sharpish to past the 6 and 9, go to that short rail on the top behind the 7, down below the 4. And if he gets really good in a way behind the 4, he can maybe go forward and bump the 8 and 5. But that, I think, is what he's trying here.
Yeah, if he can get straight on the 4, then he's
He might be trying to draw it. I thought he was going to try and get really below the 4 with the danger of a scratch, but I don't know whether he can do that off this. Can he catch any of this 5?
Well, the good news is that if he tries to get it with draw and he misses it, he'll at least have a whole ball on the 5 to play safe on. So I think that's a good play. And with the VP4 like hyper draw, oh my God, he drew it too far and didn't hit it on that side.
Well,
He could miss that ball on that side.
It's hard to say what he actually tried to do there at that pace. He hit it soft. Was he trying to really think right beside it to play it the other side pocket? Was he trying to be that accurate?
All right, now here's what I like. You hit the 5 dead full. The 5 and the 8, neither one of them goes. You draw back to the rail and underneath the 6. What do you think? Hit it 100% full, draw it straight back off one rail behind the 6.
Well, it looks as if that's what he's doing.
That's the shot.
Oh, now that's unlucky because if he hadn't hit that 6, he was clean in behind it. And that's now left Bedhead wide open here. If he can see, this is dead straight though, so he's got to work the cue ball a bit here. But if he can get the cue ball out into the table, and this would be a bonus rack, and he's certainly going to do that.
Yeah, he got so good he didn't even have to use the 9 here. That's a good shot. It's really nicely done.
I think what's his name's always a good outside bet, Sean Murphy. If he can hit a string of form during the tournament.
Mr. Long Potting, Sean Murphy.
There's a lot, there's 16 ranked players in it. Everybody's in with a good chance. But, could it be a surprise winner? Never know.
That was a good old-fashioned tactical rack of 9 ball right there.
Yeah.
Let's see if Bedhead's also cutting this ball. He is.
Yeah, he is.
See, your cue ball is gonna go flying when you play the cut break. You have to be getting something in exchange for the fact that you're sending the cue ball flying.
1, 4, and 5's
I don't
going.
see it.
No shot in the 2 though. Going all out for the bank. Oh, knocked in the door twice. Stayed out. Well,
I mean, that was the whole rack right there. That ball goes in, it's Bedhead wins. If it doesn't go in, Cobra wins.
Oh, certainly. Quick tab out. It's now 10. Is that 10-5 to semi-pro? So he's still got a strong lead.
And these top guys, they play those cut shots so consistently. Those little half ball cuts, so hard to play predictably in VP4 for me.
Don't rule out Mark Williams either. Anybody that rules out Mark Williams is a fool. I would like to see Mark Allen winning it, definitely. But has he got the staying power to go the distance? He's, that consistency you need through the fortnight. You're going to have bad sessions and whatever, but it's just about surviving the first and second round matches, and then it's anybody's game. That's the main goal: get through the first 2 rounds of the World Championships, and then it's down to the nitty gritty. So where are we at? We're at 5 apiece here. We've been on for what, 50 minutes. So they're taking their time. It's certainly not been break and run. That's one thing it hasn't been.
Bedhead pushes to a rail first here. I would say he pushed to a jump if there were jump cues. Maybe he would jump from here with a full cue.
Cobra's not interested. He's
got it back, so we'll find out what he had in mind. I don't know. I don't think this is a good push because I don't think your kick safe options are really great from here. Tried to kick it in.
That's actually well done.
He does leave it safe to an extent anyway, but leaving Cobra the whole ball without much distance.
Now, why doesn't he bank this one ball in the direction of the 9 to that middle diamond of the 3 on the top side of the side pocket and play it up to, send the one ball up to the 3 ball? You know what I mean? If I can get my doodle to work, I can show you that. Send it that way. Like that. Did. Look at that. Look at the commentator's eye. Look at the line. Look at the line. Unbelievably perfect.
That is really good.
The commentator's eye picked that out. I just got the lines. Just got the lines done in time. Look at that.
So you got the arrows up right in time. That's very good.
You know, that was.
Meanwhile, if Bedhead can hit this one ball dead full, then he could end up resafing behind the 3. Oh, he barely touched it though.
Yeah, he's caught it. Oh, Selby's going through a bout of depression at the moment after he heard what he said after that last big tournament he lost in. He was thinking about giving up the game. So he's back on the drugs. He's taking the tablets. Wow.
Cobra goes for broke on the one ball cut.
Now we're in business. Now this is tricky as well.
Yeah, this is too thin to end up really good on the 3 unless you go up and down, but then the 9 ball is a
he's got to take the risk. The risk that he's going to avoid a bump here, I think.
All right, or just settle for this cut on the 3. He actually held that more than I thought he could.
5 into the same pocket by the look of it, I would assume. If he's, I mean, I can't see him doing that. He's got to hit this hard enough to get the 3 to the pocket. He's looking to see how the 5 looks against the 7 and the 6. Now
there's the 4 ball, Hugh.
Oh, I forgot about the 4. Aye. Yeah, you're correct. I stand corrected there. Now watch this.
However, the 4 is going to be a problem.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Yeah, if he had just rolled a little further into the window, he'd be just fine on the 4. However,
right, while he's working that out, let's have a quick look. It's 11-6 now. The semi-pro. Every time I go to watch this match, semi-pros get ball in hand, so I don't know what the hell Segresh is doing.
I guess that's why the scoreline is advancing quickly if Semi's getting ball in hand a lot. All right. Meanwhile, this was
he can play this clean past the 7. I mean,
and just roll forward for the 5 in the side.
Yeah.
Kind of stun, half stun for the 5 in the side, I guess. He doesn't want angle on the 5. He needs to get pretty good on it.
See, shall we?
Yeah, that'll do.
Well, this should be.
No, he just doesn't want to get straight in on the 8.
Any angle will do as long as you get the cue ball out into the middle of the table off this. He might deliberately leave it quite a high cut.
Yeah, he'll want angle on the 8. You don't want to end up with no way to get out for the 9.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. He's going forward 3 rails. I think I would just stun across. Matter of preference. His way is coming down the line, so
there's no
hard to
give
argue.
in this match yet. We've got no daylight. Backward and forward.
Well, I said 19-15 to Cobra, and
yeah, Murphy's
the
in the top
match is
16.
gonna have to change a bit. Sergeant Numpty, who is this?
Yeah, he's obviously somebody that's under a different guise.
Like a stub copycat in terms of jumping into a tournament room, and
don't mention Stub. He'll appear at some point.
That's true. But meanwhile, we've got other people jumping into tournament rooms, typing nonsense and leaving. A fun little trend. All right, so there's a 6 ball in the way of the obvious stop shot safety here, which would be if he stopped his ball and banked the 1 around 3 rails toward the 8. So he just banked it in.
You ain't thinking about that. Well, Bedhead's trying to be the aggressor in that situation. It's just whether he can get himself out. The obvious issue is how you finish to the 8 ball, and where the 7 ball is, it should be good to get to the 8, but he might be just having to bump that 9. I really can't see where this is going to go wrong, unless he ends up nailed to the 9 or something. He's not
got to get across
to play
for
it
the
6.
So this ball is kind of missable when you have to hit it hard enough to get all the way across, because he can't hit it soft enough to play the 6 in the opposite pocket. He made it look easy, though. So that's only hard for you, Hairpig. It's not hard for me.
He might be trying to get to the. I don't know what he's going to try and do here, to be honest with you. I think he's going to. He might end up bumping this 9.
He can just play it slow. Wow. Okay. I thought he could just play the 6 slow. Any angle on the 7 is fine.
He's now going to have to track down towards it because he's the wrong side of the 7.
It's no problem, though. I mean, 3 rails will get you right down the line on this 8.
Ideally, that's where he would want to be, so he could roll the 8 and go forward, come back across to the 9. That would be the ideal position, because then he's not having to rub the 9 ball. Very easy that he could catch that 9 ball and the cue ball finishes there and the 9 ball finishes out here somewhere and he doesn't really have a shot. You just don't know how it's going to come out.
I mean, I think if he ends up a little bit high on the 8.
I don't like this. I don't like this. What the hell was he trying here? Was he trying to get a bump?
I don't know.
I can't fathom what he was doing there. He's trying to. This is tricky. He's trying to brush this 8 behind. And now it could end up leaving Cobra a kick on this 8-9 if it's a combo. If he hits this and it ends up nailed to it.
He could, and he's going to take that risk as long as he doesn't leave the 8 straight in. He's going to take that chance.
Well,
and will this go? It's not likely to go.
No, that's never going. Not unless you were sitting here with the cue ball and could actually make the cut onto the 8 to make the pot and the 9.
He can. From here, he can cut the 8-9 combo straight in. It's just very tough to judge.
You're looking at this. I mean, this is really tricky. It's a feather edge on the 8 ball to get distance. He wants to really get distance in this, but he's got to be brave to play the feather edge of this 8 and get the cue ball away from that 8. If he bumps it too hard, it's going to probably leave a shot. And he bailed out in it. Now it might be interesting. Oh, it's very interesting. Bedhead's going to get a sniff at this. Yeah, I think he's going to have a blast at this. I think he's going to have a blast at it.
It's quite thin. It's thinner almost than Cobra was because the 8 is lower.
Keep your eye on the
wow,
cue ball.
Nailed it.
He's good.
No problem.
But that was a mistake. Sooner or later, you know, trying to play something really delicate like that, you're going to line it up as a combo one time or another. Well, talking of daylight, Bedhead's got it. And the break. And there's the pattern with the 3 balls and the cue ball trying to scratch, and he's dry.
I'd have to talk to one of these guys about why they're playing that cut break. Like, I know why everybody started playing the cut break, because Steve fixed the rack to be tight all the time, and then you can make predictable balls with the cut break. But then he took that back away, and now you're just running the risk every break of unlucky scratches with no benefit in return. I don't get it.
That Albie match the other night, was Albie not breaking down the centre? Anybody who watched it could remember, and his break was pretty successful most of the night.
Keith says, is there a right way to break, though? There are shades of right and wrong. There's no consistent way to break with the way the rack is programmed in Virtual Pool 4, but there are ways to make it riskier.
Yeah, Albie was doing a slight cut break. Well, whatever he was doing it a lot more right than wrong on that match. So 5 balls not accessible, 7 balls blocking it.
And the 5-9-8 doesn't go. He can go back and forth and try to either bump the 7 or come underneath it for the 5 in the same pocket. I think that's probably what I would play from here.
Is he trying to get lucky? No, he's trying to get into that very narrow window. Extremely narrow. That's excellent. And he'll be breaking out the 8 and 9 and just holding the cue ball and having a pot in the 6 up table, unless he, for some reason, comes off this 8 and 9 and ends up behind the 7. I can't see that happening, though.
You could scratch off the 9, I feel like. If you go forward, if you draw it, then I don't know. I don't know if he wants to draw it from close to the rail. That's going to be a lot of cue elevation.
Whenever I imagine his ad out in Spain, I just imagine the second series of a Wiedersehen pet.
He did stun it back.
I think he's working in somebody's villa over there. He's doing some moonlighting over in Spain, building a swimming pool. Oh, looks as if Cobra's going to get there. Stop Bedhead getting away from him. A bit of right English in the cue ball just to redirect off the rail.
Kind of used too much, but it's going to be fine. Maybe a little. I don't know. He's got options here. He could go with a little right to go 1 rail toward this, some left to go 2 rails. Just roll it in to get on the other corner.
I think he's pulling your chain there, Potman. But that's exactly what I imagine. I just imagine that it's an episode of Auf Wiedersehen, Pet. So 1 rack in it, and 2 ball gets kicked in.
Like he got a wing ball straight in that time. Always nice.
It's easy to make your own jacuzzi. Just have a good big tin of beans about 5 or 6 hours before you intend to take a bath, and then you make your own jacuzzi.
He's lining up this cut, but I would be playing safe behind the 7 all day. Wow.
Gets the cut.
Yeah, that's why he lines it up, so he can make it.
Well, that's an even bigger cut. I think he's got to duck for cover here. I think he's got to send this 3-ball onto the short rail and head up country.
Yeah, the problem is that the 9 is this is not as thin as the last cut. It's still quite thin, and the 9 is in the way of going long short to the 4.
He's overdone it, but would you believe? Absolutely unbelievable. He's overcut that.
Yeah, he tried to just go long rail instead, which was even touchier. And only really worked if you hit the 3 to the thin side of the pocket. Well, this is no good, Cobra. I think he's got to start playing some safeties.
Well, that 3-ball there, that's exactly what I would have done. I would have headed up country. It was a reasonable safety pushing that 3-ball back onto the long rail to the right there and then sending it towards the 7.
Both of those 2 cut shots, the one he made and the one he missed, I would have played safe on both of them.
You see, that this is the thing. These guys are thinking, well, I'm at the table. I don't want to give the table up. And, it's a natural instinct. You want to pot everything that they see and think they've got a reasonable chance of getting in the hole. And they just don't. They don't sort of listen to that little voice saying, you're maybe trying once too often here. They don't go for it. Cobra took his own bait there, and he's paying the price for it.
You don't ever want to give the table up on purpose when you can avoid it, but you can't always avoid it. He didn't avoid it by taking on the offensive shot, so...
It's now 15-7 to semi-pro, so he's going to be getting over the line sooner rather than later. And back Sergaresh has just made a complete hash of a 7-ball.
Bedhead sends the cue ball flying again. I got to stop saying this. I've already said it enough times.
So here we go. How many scratches is that we've had in this? That's another one.
It's been several. This is extremely similar to what Cobra had off of a previous Bedhead scratch on the break, and he missed the combo.
Not this time.
Not this time, though.
So that's a quick bonus
there. A little less
for
angle, that one.
Cobra. Six ball. And 2 ball. And 1 ball is on. And the 8 ball is available. So the trick here straight away is getting up onto the 3. Now he's got loads of room to spin this 2-3 rails right around up past that 4 and 7.
I think
he's going the other way. Oh no, he's going one rail.
That's what I would have done too.
Fancy. I'd have been fancy and went 3 rails. I think he lost his bottle there. I would have done that and scratched.
I cannot agree with you there, Hugh. Now just play this 4 up in the corner, I think. Just stun back.
Well, he might end up just...
play the 4 in the corner past the 5.
Yeah, he's just...
other corner.
No, in fact, he's going for it on the side. So if he's got the angle, he'll just roll straight through and let it run up table. In fact, he's too straight, would you believe? He's absolutely rock steady straight into the side pocket. He's just going to have to stop this cue ball, I think. Is he going to pinch it and run?
No, I mean, he might, but I wouldn't.
I think he might jack up and just kill this where he is and take his medicine because he was going to. Yeah, he is. He's just going to stop it.
No, he's trying to draw it back.
Well, that'll work as well. Good angle now. Now he's perfect.
He got
stun out into the
fairly
table.
Fortunate bump on the 7 there.
Yeah, because that could have went funny.
I think he was trying not to bump the 7 because obviously it's risky to do it. But
Well, the
Didn't hurt
mini
him.
crisis is over. He's going to be back all square again.
Square and breaking. Let's see. See what he does on the break. Well, and this was a break and run.
Just came in handy as well. So 16 racks played in an hour and almost an hour and 10 minutes.
All right, he got the 3-ball on the wing again, so that's the same ball going twice in a row. You know, the same ball from the same position in the rack going in the same pocket twice in a row. So maybe that's consistent enough that makes the cup break worthwhile. That might be the answer to the question I've been asking.
Well, the cue ball stayed in the table. That was another good result.
Yeah. He doesn't have a great shot. I think that I would probably try to stop the cue ball or draw it slightly toward the 2 while banking the 1 back to the other end of the table.
Well, he could be looking at cutting this into the other corner and bumping the 4. But then you have no idea that you're going to be anywhere near good on this. But he's not doing that. He is banking it. Oh, that almost double kissed there.
I guess he was trying to go up behind the 8, but...
Now, what does Bedhead do here? Go for like a 2-in-1 shot, play the thin cut pot in the 1, knowing that the cue ball's coming out behind the 9 down towards the 8, and if he does get it, it'll be the 2 in the side. If he doesn't, he might overcut it and leave it in the short rail.
Yeah, I think that's the shot.
He's played it. He needs to miss the 2 though.
Oh,
he didn't want to do that.
Well, that combo didn't end up too bad though.
He could have done without the kiss the 2. Now he's got a duck and die.
Safe. I'm surprised he didn't take on that combo.
I think that was a far easier shot to play than the combo. Let's be honest. The combo was never easy.
But if he makes the combo, he wins, and now maybe he wins, but it depends on what Cobra can come up with. Cobra didn't have a say in it if he made the combo.
And Cobra had a say in it there by kicking the 2 in. Now Bedhead's banging his head in the wall. You've just got to. This is the thing. Your mind tells you, like, well, let's go for the safety this time, and then Cobra comes up and kicks it in. And then you're thinking you're just giving away the rack by playing the safety. I don't think you should ever doubt yourself if you decide to play a safe. If that happens, so what? It happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing you can't afford to do is play safe when you really could have run the rack.
Yeah, well, you see, if that was Stubb, he wouldn't have done that. He would have just. But this is what I'm saying. The mindset in these guys, generally, if there's balls there and there's a pocket for it, they're going for it all the time. Even though the percentage on it's maybe not the best percentage of getting it and getting good, they're still going to go for it. There is the odd occasion where the right thing to do is to play the safety. Now, was it easier to play the safety than play the combo? Yes, it was. So he took that option and went backfire.
Yeah. But, I mean, the question is not really which one's easy. The question is, are you going to make the combo or are you not going to make the combo?
Mm-hmm. He decided it wasn't worth the risk.
If you are going to make it, you have to shoot it. If you're not going to make it, you have to play safe. It really doesn't, it kind of hardly matters how relatively difficult the safe is.
Now, that's what I was just about to say there, Bill. I was about to ask the question, is that the first time Cobra's got himself in front? Apparently, it seems to be it is. Unless it was like 1-0 or something at the start.
I think it was 1-0.
Yeah, well, we're now in the...
I think this is technically the second lead.
We're in the meat of the match, so he's been tagging along after Bedhead for most of it. The bank is on.
He over-shortened it. He had to stiffen that up a little bit to beat the double kiss.
Well, this is dodgy already because this is one of these instances here where he can play a combo onto the 8. The cue ball's want to scratch, or at least go to the point of that pocket, he can cut it the other way into the side. Cue ball's running. I don't know where the cue ball's going. Is it going to get clean past the 5? Yes, it's well past the 5. He's good. And now he's just gone a wee bit too far on this 2 for comfort. He'll just baby it in and leave the bedhead cutting the 3.
I don't know. I might come between the 7 and 6 for the same pocket. He didn't.
Well, it's actually not a bedhead cut. It's actually sitting pretty nice here.
Yeah, his way was right.
That 5. Oh, you've got to hit it. Oh no, tell a lie. I forgot about the 4. I panicked again. I forgot about the 4. I didn't see the 4 over the pocket. I'm thinking, oh Jesus, he's not going to hook himself behind the 9.
Oh, did he get a little straight on this? No, it's enough. It's enough angle.
Well, anybody getting the idea that this is going all the way? I'm getting that idea. I'm very much getting that vibe the way this match is going here.
Well, it's gone half the way now, and there's nothing in it. So.
It's like it's one of these where, you know, a couple of racks goes one guy and then 2 quick racks back the other way. Bedhead regaining the lead.
It's nice speed.
Right, well, he's potting this 9. Quick look, and Semi-Pro is now breaking for the match. 18 racks to 9 in front. And he's broke dry, I think.
And Bedhead
no, he's got a vault. Okay. Got a vault. The only thing is Slim's got half of his HUD missing, so you can't see the balls that have gone. But anyway, back to this match.
Slim hates the HUD. It's weird. I feel like he's the only one.
Well, I mean, it's not whether you like the HUD. It's the fact that you get viewers watching and they like to know, you know, what's missing.
Yeah, but he plays the game without it, and so he forgets to turn it back on when he streams.
Yeah. Bedhead looking to push. Now, again, pushing up to the short rail there is, first of all, if he's going to leave Cobra, well, he's done the right thing in that sense, because I thought, well, if he leaves it up top, he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, that would have been too easy.
Now, I think Cobra won't be able to risk the bank here. Not that he's going to be good in the 2 in any sort of guarantee, or is he? No, in fact, he doesn't look as if he's playing the bank.
I don't think I would. I think I would try to run the cue ball up.
Or is he?
Behind the 5.
I think he's playing the bank. I think he's looking at picking the angle in this 1 ball to bank.
You've got to cut it to the point where you're either running into the 2 or drawing over.
No, I don't know what he's doing. Yes, he is going for the bank. Where's the 1 going? Is it going to hold? Yes, no, it isn't. I thought it was going to catch that knuckle and go up the railing in, but it hasn't.
I think it's safe to call that one a bit of.
Wait a minute. What did he fluke there? Did he fluke the 2 or something?
Yeah, he ran straight into the 2 and knocked it straight into the pocket.
Oh, there you go. That's a little bit of luck that you need. Now, can he get this cue ball out of there? Because this one's right in the pocket.
You can, but I would go rail first to do it. See, because if you hit the 1 directly, well, he ended up with something. I would have played the rail first shot, but the 9 would have been an obstacle for my shot also.
Never a doubt with the 3 ball right in the heart of the pocket.
Yeah, these guys don't need to have good position.
Oh, he's perfect in 4. Perfect.
Yeah, he's right in line now.
This is a join the dots exercise. Go back into the lead. The double figures. Now, Well, Sergresh managed to pinch that rack there. It's 18-10, so he's got to double figures. And he's scratching the brake again. Well, every time I go to watch and see Sergresh, he scratched the brake. And ball in hand for Semi-Pro to run out and win the match here. The match winner will be getting from the 2 to the 3. But that result will pop up in the chat in a minute. Cobra now with the lead, needing to see if
Now,
he
will he
can
make the 3-ball?
get the breakthrough
No,
here.
not close.
Well, nothing's close this time.
Yeah, they have been. They had, between the two of them, they had maybe 4 breaks in a row there where they made the wing ball every time, and that seemed to justify the cut break. You know, if it's going to go 4 times in a row, sometimes that makes sense.
Well, Bedhead,
But
he's got to
back to not
push, hasn't
going.
he?
Yes, and he doesn't want to leave this combo straight in because it's too easy. So he'll probably.
Why doesn't he just come straight down to the short rail on the bottom? What's he going to leave from there?
A couple of different safeties is the answer.
I mean, because you're always going to be able to hide up table. But if he stays up table and lets Cobra see the one, he's playing the combo.
Yeah. So it is tough.
Well, he's leaving it down at this end of the table now. Cobra can try and now let me see how much of that can he see. Well, he can't see an awful lot of the one.
Yeah, I think he was smart not to leave him the top half of the one, because if he had, he might have
that's
been able
not
to
so
get
good.
better safety than this.
It's not so good from the point of view Bedhead can see all of the one ball and has got multiple choices to what he can do here. Coming off this one, he might be lining this bank up.
He might be. There.
I think that,
There might be a kiss in it.
I think it was a slight double kiss here. There's the result through, so a comfortable win for Semi-Pro, 19 racks to 10. Well done to him. But we're a long way from a result here, so that match is only an hour and 20 minutes old, that match with Sergresh and Semi-Pro. This is certainly heading towards 2 hours by the look of it.
There's a cut shot on this one, but the cue ball's going into the 9, and it might be headed behind the 6 and 8, or behind the 8 and 4, at least, after. In which case, there's no real profit in taking it on. Yeah, I like that shot. He had to hit it nice and thin to beat the scratch, but he's going to at least leave it ugly.
I don't like it quite as much because this is an open invitation to duck in behind those 4 balls up top there. Although he has to be careful if he's sending this one back off, like a bank back up the table. He needs to avoid the. No, he's not. So he's trying to nail it to it, and that will do as well.
Delicate speed control there that he got basically completely right.
The other thing also is the one ball didn't stick to the short rail. That would have made it higher odds that Cobra could have kicked it in. It's not quite as simple as that now. Oh, this might be very nasty. Then again, it might not. Oh, it's nasty enough. I mean, he can kick it.
You can't see it. The kick is unmissable, but you don't have to get a good result.
Yeah, there's not a lot of coverage over the left-hand side here, though. The odds are he's pushing this up table towards a pocket somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, if he hits it just right, he can stay behind the 3. But he hit it a
little. Well, that's one way
of. It in the side.
Yeah, you can do that, but now he's still in trouble. Just when he needed a little bump to be able to see the 2, he doesn't get it.
Yeah, this is tough. Is the 5 taken away? No, it's not taking away any part of the natural line here. But the 6 is, he has to bridge straight over it, which makes it real tough to line up.
Oh, that'll do if it goes past the side pocket.
I'm
It
guessing he
has
was
done.
playing that. I'm guessing he was playing that 1 rail and not 3, but
Well, good hit.
it worked.
Not such a good result because he's going to be nailed here in a second or two.
He is going to be straight on the 8, definitely. Well, he's not tight to it, so
No, he's not
the kick
blocked
around the
off the.
9 is
Yeah,
available.
he's not blocked off the rails. Should have been really tight on that, and that would have made it a lot more difficult.
Yeah, he didn't block either rail. So Bedhead's got choices. He goes for the one that makes kicking it in more
No,
likely, and he gets a safety.
that's what you need. That sort of roll of the ball.
Still, though, Cobra can go right between the 6 and 9 and spin into the 2. And he'll get the good hit every time.
Not this time though. He's now left Bedhead. The chancel will be absolutely straight on the 2.
Bedhead would dearly love to get reasonably straight on the 3, but it's tall order from having so little angle on the 2.
Welcome to Semi-Pro. I was saying there in the stream Semi-Pro that every time I tab to watch a bit of the match for an update, Sergresh was scratching and you were getting ball in hand. At least 4 or 5 times. But it's the usual story, Semi-Pro being the favourite, Sergresh having to have a match where the errors are down to a minimum, the unforced errors are down to a minimum, and it didn't look like that was the case. For Sergresh to be staying deep into the match.
That angle on the 3 was always trouble. It was always trouble for Bedhead. I think maybe he should have rolled forward and bumped the 8 on purpose there. But he just had too much angle to stun over and leave himself any kind of high percentage position window.
Something, that 4 ball will go. You've got to hit this really flush, tight past the 9 and soft, and it will cheat. But it will go, believe it or not. But who's going to be crazy enough to try that? That 4 will pot. I'm telling you, it'll pot every day of the week.
I'm sure it can go, but it's a tall order from
at that
where he
angle.
is.
Yeah, he's seen the sense in it, and he's looking for a good safety, and that ain't it though. That ain't it.
Oh yeah, he left the cut. And this is one he's supposed to make, I think.
Well, I think he better make it because he wants to again just keep things tight on Cobra's tail, not let him get away. Now 6 ball, there isn't a problem. It's fine.
Yeah, spin out 2 rails to get easy angle on it. And the hard work is done. Draw back like half a diamond. See if you can get dead straight on the 8. Didn't, but he can use the short rail.
Well, just short of 90 minutes for this match for 20 racks.
All right, I've got a commitment at 4 o'clock my time, which is in 33 minutes. So I may be abandoning you to do the last
Uh-oh.
portion of this match without me at some point.
Well, there are two things I don't like about that. First of all, the pattern with the 3 balls is there again, and a scratch the break for Bedhead. So a gift of a free go here for Cobra now. The usual thing with this 3-ball pattern is the 6th ball generally only goes into the corner when you're below it, but it's off the 9, so it does go, but it's going to be a combo onto the 8 if that's the case. So there's no problem with the 6th ball. That makes life a lot easier for Cobra, matter of fact. The only slight hindrance is that 8 ball where it's sitting, but it's right in the pocket.
Well, you want to have the right angle on the 6. If you are too straight on it, well, straight's not too bad.
Well, I
If you
think
have a little bit of angle where you're going towards the 9, it can be hard to get the cue ball free for the next shot.
He's going up there, and that is
that'll be just fine.
That is not bad at all. The only thing now is that when he's playing this 6th ball, he obviously wants to keep it there. He's going to have to cut the 6 onto the 8, nice and gentle, so the 6 doesn't do much travelling at all, and that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, it's real nice. 7 goes on the sides, so
yeah. Again, but is he going to have an angle in the 7 where he's not interfering with the 9? Yes, he is.
Yes, he made sure of it. He put a little inside English on.
So seesaw, backward and forward, up and down. Rack's getting shared. No one gaining control of the match, as you would think. But somebody's going to blink at some point, and maybe when it gets to squeaky bum time, then that's when you'll see that. This looks dry.
Well, neither one's missing. So
look at this for a table. Oh, that'll annoy Cobra. Big dry break, and the table is wide open. And he's got to be waving bye-bye to this. And we'll be all square in the next 3 minutes.
Yep. Neither player is missing shots, so neither one is conceding a big, potting percentage advantage to the other. But also neither player's got their break really working, so neither player is just running away.
That's been the main hindrance in the match flow in any direction. Somebody getting a little roll on and getting 2 or 3 racks. That's the main stumbling block tonight. This break has just not been kicking in, and there's been no level of consistency to it for either player. Somebody's got to break and run 2 or 3 racks at this point to gain some sort of control, but there's not really a threat that that's going to happen.
Well, oftentimes at around this middle stage of the match, the concentration fatigue can start to set in a little bit, and you start to see the mistakes creep in. And sometimes that comes more from one side than another, and sometimes it really turns the momentum of the match. We'll see.
And it only takes that split, that split second on something that might look, comfortable, and the mistake happens, that just out of the blue, something like that can just jump up and bite you. This is why you've got to stay on it 100% of the time. You start letting your mind drift, things will back up against you. You're going along for 90 minutes, not a lot happening, and then suddenly you've put your foot in it, and you've made something that can cost you big time at the wrong end of the match. So this is why you even need to, whether it be take a break, go to the bathroom, and just stay fully focused try and stay fully focused. You let the mind drift, you're making mistakes at the wrong end of the match, and that's where you don't want to be regretting that at the end of the night. No ball in the break, no shot. Don't think.
He
Doesn't want
throws it
anything to
behind
go in here.
Ooh.
That's well done as far as getting the hook goes.
Well, he didn't particularly want it to hang in the jaws either. It
Yeah,
makes
but
the
I mean,
odds that Cobra
this
will
is the
kick it
thing:
in
it's
a lot higher.
an easy up and down to get to the one, and it's got to be dead weight again to keep the cue ball there for the two. He doesn't want to hammer this; he just wants to do that, and that looks perfect to me. That is, that is really unlucky.
It was just not quite enough for the one.
He just grazed it. Did everything right there, just slightly off of the line.
Yeah, the pace was perfect, but
so this is a bonus for Bedhead again. And you've got to think it's going to be fairly straightforward here. Now, unless he hooks himself behind the 5 or 9 or something, well, he stayed well away from that.
He wanted to move a little further on the 3 to get to the other side of the 3, ideally, or straight in where you could draw back.
Forward,
check it. Want the 7 in play here.
Yeah, so this is the only thing. Does he leave it straight where he's rolling the 6 up the table? That way he can roll through for the 7 and come away from the 9. It looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the smart play, I think.
Well, now would be the ideal time when you've just pinched a rack.
Yeah, this is a really good angle
to get the break and run working. That's perfect. Oh, no, that was just dicing with death a little bit there. Didn't quite get into the cue ball a bit more.
He knew he was coming up above that pocket every time, though. Even if it was going to get a little close sometimes. Oh, Steve logged in.
Cable again, I disconnected myself. Yes, well, the ball is gone. I was going to say he's going to be good in the 1. Yeah.
You have to blame Yama for that one again, Hugh, I think.
No, that was I did it 2 or 3 times last week as well, where I leaned over to put the bottle down. It's a big 5-litre bottle, and it's catching the extension cable from my headphones and disconnecting it every time.
5 liters? You drinking gasoline over there?
No, I'm a 5-litre bottle of water just to keep me hydrated.
I'll keep you hydrated, all right.
Yeah, I don't drink it all in one sitting. You mean? I don't drink 5 litres per live stream.
It's looking a lot like Bedhead could be the one to create a little daylight here.
You're just going to jinx him straight away saying that when there's still 5 balls to get potted.
Yeah, that's true. I did jinx him just
You're risking going in the jinx list.
Let's see if he can overcome it. Forward 2 rails for me here. Come right down the line on the 6. That's the 1.
Well, this could be maybe a possible glimmer of a turning point here for Bedhead if he can break, and run out here, open the gap, and then string another one together, because that then turns the screw on Cobra.
Uh-oh, this angle isn't good.
What's he done here? I saw a little semi-pro wiggle, and he's dead straight. So
I think he probably needs to draw it back for the same pocket. Stopping for the side is not very good because of where the 9 is.
Yeah,
or draw that for the other pocket. That'll work.
VP4 escape route plan. That'll work.
Meanwhile, the 9 is not quite frozen, so it's not that extra tough to make position. Whoop.
Oh, now it gets interesting.
He cheated the pocket a little bit there in order to take the scratch in the side out of play, so he couldn't draw it straight back into the side. He almost pinched it too much.
So big break here now for Bedhead.
Do they sell Iron Brew in the U.S., Hairpig? Iron Brew sounds very familiar. Why does it sound familiar? What's Iron Brew?
Well, you would have thought if they sell Iron Brew in the States, they would have it in bars for, mixing it with various other things. A bourbon and Iron Brew, whiskey and Iron Brew, that sort of thing. Or whatever the hell you have over there. No, it's a soft drink. Made in Scotland from girders.
What's it flavored with?
Goodness knows. Nobody knows what it's flavored with.
Nobody knows. All right, so I'm gonna say that maybe they don't sell it here, or maybe at least not in the places I go.
Bar is the name of the company that make it, so it's called Bar's Iron Brew. Made in Scotland from girders. That's how the commercial used to describe it.
From girders?
Yeah,
iron girders.
Yeah, iron girders. Yeah, Americans are so gullible they'll believe that, but that's the commercial.
Larry said we can get it on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. Yeah, Bar's Iron Brew. Yeah, flavored with lots of sugar. Yeah,
we have those too. Yeah.
If it comes from Scotland, it's never going to be bloody healthy. What do you expect, Keith? I mean, come on. We've got the worst diet in the Western world, and we're proud of that fact.
What does Iron Brew?
That's not got to a rail. It's you can't describe it. It's indescribable.
Sweet, citrusy taste, hints of orange and lemon, and a combination of fruity and bubblegum-like flavors.
Yeah, you can't describe it. That's just somebody making up a whole load of bullshit. That's what that is. Okay. I mean, you can say it tastes like all sorts of stuff. It's unique. Let's just say that. But I'll tell you this: since working in the store, we sell hundreds of gallons of it every week, and I mean hundreds of gallons of it. You'd be amazed at, 24 can cases of it customers are buying. Half a dozen 2-litre bottles of it they're buying. I mean, it's amazing the amount of it we sell every week. And that's just the one store. Goodness knows how much we sell across the country.
Oh.
Well, there's a blink there by Cobra, and they didn't even get on the 3, so everything with that shot went wrong.
Yeah, he hit it too hard to go in, but not hard enough to actually get on the 3. So I think he needed to go a different route there.
$26, Larry. Now that's expensive because they sell it over here for
26 for a 6-pack of soda.
Well, when it's an offer, it's £7.50, I think, on offer for the 24 case. But it is an acquired taste, shall we say. The sort of tradition here especially in Glasgow, is that you buy a fish supper and you have a bottle of Iron Brew with it. There's a lot of guys in building sites in Glasgow will have their sandwiches, or they'll go to the fish and chip shop, get their lunch, and they'll have a bottle of Iron Brew along with it to wash it down. Well, Bedhead's just given up the table here from a chance where he would have thought he was going to open the gap. He's going to allow Cobra to get back in this. Again, threatening to go all the way this match.
We need more chip shops here in the US. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I'll tell you, Americans coming to this country must have their eyes open going to a fish and chip shop over here. Especially, it's not going to, it's actually being downwind of one. That's where you want to be. You want to be downwind of a chip shop in this country. It's just like a magnet. It draws you to it. You can smell the chips frying. You can smell the vinegar. You just have to go to it. It draws you in. Well, Steve's seen enough of this match. He's left the building. One hour and 43 minutes we've been here.
Ooh. Cobra kind of almost overcut that ball.
Well,
Not
maybe a
quite,
bit.
though.
I suppose there's a bit of pressure on the break now to back this up. Now that Cobra's pinched this one.
Yeah, with Bedhead only needing 6 more racks, Cobra really does not want to be giving away any more opportunities. He didn't in the first place.
That's
but
exactly it, Hazard. I mean, you get into any Scottish pub, you'll get people with put iron brew in their whiskey and iron brew, whiskey and iron brew and vodka. I mean, they'll have all sorts of mixes with it. Very popular with the whiskey, although I don't drink that. I mean, I've never had vodka and iron brew, although I'll drink a vodka and orange or vodka and coke.
I think something must be wrong with your whiskey if you want like an intensely sweet soda in it. Vodka's one thing. You got to put something in your vodka, but
yeah, but I
if
mean,
you want to put a strongly flavored sweet soda in your whiskey, you need better whiskey.
They'll do anything to mix the flavors up. I just can't stand the smell of whiskey, let alone drink it. Oh.
All right, this 9 is actually tough.
Oh yeah, that is frozen.
Whoever's getting on the 8 does not want to be leaving a cut on the 9, because from there, that's kind of brutal.
He could have been hitting that harder and pumping that 9, couldn't he? If he knew it was going in that line, he could have just another 2 or 3 ounces there to bring that 9 off the rail. I mean, this 6 ball's bad enough because it looks just as it's not quite as bad.
Yeah, being that little bit off the rail really makes it a lot more makeable. Although he's jacking up, I don't know why.
Well, there you go. Now,
man, I would have just slow rolled that ball in.
Well,
then again, I'd miss it.
Bedhead's going to have the same problem here, having to deal with this 9 ball. Now, let's be honest, if he gets half decent in this 7 where he can just tuck behind the 8 and roll the 8 in and roll through to the rail for the 9, he should be good. Now, let's have a look. He might be drawing back to the rail. He might be going from that side onto the 8 ball and drawing back to the rail.
He's got whatever angle he chooses for the 8. I would play a stop shot, have a little bit of angle to use the short rail on the way to the 9, but he's going to go across and use the long rail
he wants
instead.
no angle in this 9 if he can help it. He wants this absolutely bolt straight, so he no risk of bumping it into the rail. Well, he's
pretty good.
He's got there, but he's got to get it flush. Big rack for two racks. Lead again. So 14-12.
Well, Cobra with the mistake there. He's I said that neither player is missing balls and therefore nobody's really got a potting advantage. But since then, Cobra's missed 1 or 2.
What do you do here? Do you try and come back for the 3, or do you get up table for the 3? Do you try and lead? I mean, he's got slightly the wrong side of the 1 ball here, but can he hold this enough?
I think he can go between the 4 and 8 toward the 9.
I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to get up table for this 3 rather than try to do something daft to play a 3-9 combo.
It's not a big alley between the 4 and 8 from this angle, but I think it's available.
Avoid the 8 ball. He's inside. He has got the legs.
A little tentative. Little tentative, I think, because it was tight.
Well, this is what you call a bedhead cut.
I think I would bank it.
Yeah, he's cutting across it to bank it into the other side. And
Yeah,
that is perfect.
That's very nice, and that's about as forgiving of a bank shot as you're gonna get on a pool table. Is a little off the rail and a shallow angle into the big side pocket.
Well, don't hook yourself behind the 8 is the rule of the day here.
Yeah, he's going 2 rails forward.
Don't like this. He's got to open out.
That does put the 8 in play. It
And
worked.
He's got there.
I would have stunned back and forth across because going 2 rails forward, you're coming down the line behind the 8 the whole time.
Exactly. You're always taking that risk that you're going in that line. That was always the thing that worried me there, but he's good. Well, this is the first time anybody's in a 3-rack lead, isn't it? I'm right in saying that. I think I'm going to say I am anyway, but it's just happened at the right time for Bedhead.
There hasn't been a 3-rack lead yet. That is true. Oh,
I know. About to say it, but nearly caught that knuckle.
Well, you said this will be the first 3-rack lead. I said there hasn't been a 3-rack
almost
lead.
Jinxed him.
It would have been you jinxing him that time. Well, all right. So I guess for my prediction, Cobra has to win the rest.
Well, he's going to get a shot at it, I think.
All that healthy.
Although the one's not good.
It is not good.
Now, you know, if you're trying to be really creative, what do? Do you try and cut this back into the side, and if it doesn't, you hope it double banks onto the 7? Are you going to be ambitious like that, or I mean, what do you hope for here?
No, I think you look for a safety, because that sounds far-fetched.
Oh, I tell you, it looks as if he's playing the cut back bank. And as I say, if he doesn't get it, yeah, he's having a go. He's got it. Now he's locking the 2. Pretty good.
All right.
Cobra's going all out there, and now he's got to deliver. He's done the hard part. The rest of it looks fairly easy here.
If he plays this with top, does he avoid the 3?
This is, I think he's.
Oh yeah, easily.
Well away from it. So now it's going to be an unforced error. It's going to be a miss that's going to stop him getting out here. Just got to get into a spot on this 4 where it's, you know, it's comfortable. He doesn't want to chicken out, going inside, make sure he's on it. Rather than up into the middle of the table and messing with that 6 ball.
Yeah, this is nice. He doesn't want to leave like a real straight shot on the 5 where he's got to take a cut on the 6 because that pocket point. Well, this is a little straight. He can pound it over a bit. I would not want a lot of angle on the 6 is what I'm trying to say here. Oh, or maybe he'll draw back for the side.
Just a big
he pounded it over.
This will be another stun, would think, so that he's just out into the table. Drop the 7 in.
I think so. Don't hit it too low. You could scratch. Yeah. No trouble.
Perfect.
All right, Cobra getting one back.
Well, this is where the twist and the turns start. Is Cobra going to get a little run of racks now?
Certainly capable.
Oh, now who's that? Who's Richard again? Richard, you're gonna have to remember. You're gonna have to remind me who you are because I can't remember.
It's Mooncake.
That is correct. I am not, because I have ceased to do VP4 live streams on those channels. It's just going to be on YouTube from here on in. Well, Cobra's break and run threat has gone. Got a couple of balls, but no shot. Mooncake, that's right. Welcome.
I tried telling you.
You did tell me, yeah. Oh, hang on a minute.
Pushes out
Oh, I
to.
forgot. I was thinking he's hooked him behind it. He's hooked him in the 2. I forgot about the 1.
Yeah, there's a 1. All right, he can cut this toward the 6 and come behind the 8 if he wants.
I think he's
I
playing.
like
Is
it.
he playing the bank? Is he? No, he's not.
He
He's
can
not.
play the bank. There's a lot of angles, so it's hard to hold the cue ball. You know, you could go 2, 3 rails behind the 8, just trying to play the bank here.
Well, it looks as if he's going for it to the way he's lining up here, and he'll leave a cut of some description in
If
the
he,
2.
well, he might just be thinning it to go behind the 8 intentionally.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's what he played.
Yeah, you're right. Has he got the legs? He certainly has. That's well done.
That's nice. Nicely
Very
done.
well done. I've just got a message come through my phone here. Man United confirm appointment. I don't know what the end of it is because I haven't read it, but they've appointed somebody.
Don't click it. It's a scam. That's my guess.
No, it's just an alert coming through. I don't know what I'm subscribed to, but I'm getting alerts about Man United. Oh, that's a very
Look at
good
that
kick.
shot.
Now he's just not got a roll of the ball there. He's brought the
I
6 into play, and can he get the 2? Yes, he can.
Yeah, he can.
I thought he was hooked, but he's got it.
He's got it. It's a lot of angles, so it's not straightforward playing position on the 5.
Well, this is a must. This rack now that he's
Oh, it
got
is.
that kick.
I always forget how slow these rails play sometimes. Hard to hold that ball in real life, but wasn't hard for him there.
Well, this is not cut and dried. This rack. Got to get a hold of this cue ball here. The angle's going the wrong way.
Yeah, he'll be able to draw out of there okay.
That's very well done. Now, what angles he left here? He's a bit straight.
Draw all the way back to where he is for the 7 in the side, maybe.
He might, again, he might be induced into trying to pinch a bit here. No, he isn't. He is just going to draw.
Yeah, I like that.
Drawing up country, giving him options.
It's just really hard to get a nice, easy shot in one of those corners at the bottom of the table, the way it is, as easy as this one is in the side.
No, this is Hairpig. One Pocket Slim was in the room earlier. I don't know whether he was in the stream because his match that he was doing finished a lot earlier. Although they started at the same time, semi-pro against Sergresh. Well, Cobra's done the right thing there from that kick that he got, the kick that he got in the 1 ball. And now he's back to within 1. And we are an hour and 55 minutes.
Match is heating up. 5-4 race from here.
And a couple of balls have gone in. And he's got no shot in the one. Well, he has. He's got a combo he's going to have to probably take on here, I think. I think this is who dares wins time, isn't it? It isn't set.
Yeah, he's got safety options too. But when Bedhead turned down that combo earlier and Cobra kicked it right in.
Yeah, well, I think Cobra's made his mind up on this one. Now that cue ball needs to run, and I think he's good. Loads of room to cut the 1 back over for the 2.
Illustrated the opportunity cost of turning down a makeable combo. Or a makeable shot of any sort. Oh.
That's
all right.
Well, you're going to miss the end of this if you're bailing out at the top of the hour.
I am. I'm going to have to head out, I think, as soon as this rack ends, or maybe even before. So I'll have to watch it back later.
Now, this is the one that can go funny. So he's got to get into the open table on the right side here. This is maybe a bit more of a cut than we think. No, it isn't. But you just got to make sure, because this 8 ball is always a concern. It plays in your mind when you're looking at this shot. You just don't want to go anywhere near the 8 or anywhere in the table where you're hampered by it. You've got loads of room.
I think I would draw to come back to the middle of the table here because that window, you know, yeah,
Just got to get
the
up there, and
window
that's
by the
fine.
rail was just uncomfortably tight. I'll have to use my real deep voice, differentiate myself from Slim. It wasn't good. It wasn't really deep. I'll work on it. I'll practice. Get back to you.
Anything but straight again, and that's fine. This can just get dinked in now. Stay well away from the other side pocket. He's checking it up so that he's pushing forward like that, coming well away from the side pocket. The 9 ball is comfortably off the rail. So just a dead weight roll in and we're all square again.
All right, Hugh. Well, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for your company. Good luck.
I will find out how this final race to 4 goes at a later time.
Right. We'll see you later. Take care. So 15 apiece. Now the turn. We've had the twist. Now the turn. 5 and the 3 have gone. Cue ball's gone. Well, that could be the turn. That's a big no-no from Cobra. He'll be kicking himself. Look at the table as well. He is not happy. Ball in hand. Everything's there. And this is a cakewalk, isn't it, for Bedhead? Well, this is a test of nerve with a table like this where you know you're always going to get out. And you just dread doing something stupid. This is why the nerves do come into it at this stage in the match. Little stun draw there. The stun draw works perfect like that. Just hit it with the pace and the tip just a tad below the equator and you get that stun back draw. Now, he could go forward. If he draws to the left, I don't like that. That brings the side pocket in play in my eyes. He's got to go forward and maybe check it up a bit, which he is doing. A bit of right, just to straighten it down past that right side of the 8. Doesn't want to come down on top of the 7. He's well away from that. And would rather not be nailed to the rail either. But, this is just pot the ball and see the 8 ball into some pocket somewhere. Because he's limited in what he wants to be trying to do with this cue ball. And that will do if it keeps rolling. Again, just get the cut, let the cue ball run out off the short rail into the table. At least up the table to the length of where the 8 ball is right now. Oh dear, well there's the big mistake. And it's Bedhead's time to blink. But he's not left anything as a gimme that you'd expect Cobra to nail this. And that's a big mistake. On a table that you would think he's going to get out every day of the week, and you see what happens when it gets down to the wire. Like I said earlier, when squeaky bum time comes around, it's amazing what you can miss. And Cobra will get a boost from that. But is he going to get a break from it? Let's see. 16, 15 in front. Now, I said earlier on it was going all the way. I'll still stick with that. This is going down to the wire. And a ball has gone. Another ball has gone. The 5 thought of going. And that 8 ball just going to interfere with play, is it? Oh, no. Well. What do? Do you just push this through and send it to the long rail just past the 5? And I mean, you're going to leave them as close together as that. Is it worthwhile doing that, or is it worthwhile bumping it around the corner and sending it up table? No, he's going to leave it close. Now, Well, the up and down kick isn't on. The 2 balls in the way for that. Around the corner into the back of the 1 is on. Well, there's no way he's going up that way. There's not a snowball chance in hell he's going up and down. He's kicking in round the corner. Needs to hit this right in the back, I would think. If he can, try and at least get distance. And would rather the 1 didn't bump into the 2. Well, he's come right round behind the back of it. And that's just going to be right. Just right for Cobra. Well, Bedhead might be the one that's going to have to dig himself out a hole now. How's Cobra's nerve? We're about to find out. Just high enough into the table for the 6. Don't leave it short, is the rule. And that's fine. So now, it's all about the angle in the 7 and how the cue ball's travelling to get to this 8. You would think he'd be making sure he's going to leave it short by a side pocket to leave a cut, unless he tries to come right down onto this 8 ball. Well, it looks as if it's going 3 rails to the right hand side here. 1, 2, 3, and that's perfect weight. That is absolutely plumb. That's where you'd stick it with ball in hand, so that was played perfectly. So no sign of nerves there. But now Cobra is in the driving seat. 17-15 up. And if he gets the break going here, I think Bedhead might be doomed. But Bedhead blinked. He was the last one to blink. Missed that. It was the 7 ball, wasn't it? Oh, I don't see anything going. Oh, wait a minute, look at the 9. Nothing's going. It's dry, and Bedhead hasn't got a combo, although he could, in theory, have enough room there to play the cut on this 1-7. Now, he's having a look at it, but I'm pretty certain, you know, even if he goes for that and he gets it, he's got to hope that he stays at that end of the table to play a 2-9 combo, because the 3's dead, it's going nowhere. What does he do? Does he play the cut on the 1 for that 7? So he's got to cut the 1 that way to get the 7 to go that way. And then hope that he stays there for at least a shot on the 1 for a start. This is all about luck here. Well, he's got the combo. He's drawn the cue ball down, and the 9's gone in. We just caught it. He's caught the 9 and it's gone in. What a bonus that was. I don't know whether he played it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say he played it, but he got the cut onto that 7. Look at the 9 again. Oh, now. Well, the 9's not over the pocket, but it's there or thereabouts, but I don't think there's any combo going to be played. And of course, Bedhead, though, has come up dry. Just when he needed a ball and a shot, he ain't getting it. So, 3 ball, room past the 6. He's just got to draw back, play that 3 ball. 4 ball is there. Getting out from the 4 ball to the 5. Where's the problem? That's what I'm asking. Where's the problem? It's all about being able to play this 4 ball nice and clean and get well away out the back of that 8 ball, which I think he should be able to do. Yeah. Well, if he stuns this and gets it too soon, he might catch that 8-ball. He looks as if he's just getting the spin working. Now watch the cue ball's length. It's perfect. Although he's stuck to the rail, so he's just going to roll this out. So the shot to win the rack and get to the hill is from the 6th to the 7th. He's going to play it long. And it's getting the legs. Well, this is a bit dicey. I don't care what anyone says at this time in the match, it's dicey. Because you've still got to remember about the 8-ball. So he's just going to nurse this into the pocket. And he's hung it. He's hung it. Would you believe it? And Bedhead lives again. Oh, he needs to go up and have a look at this 7-ball though. I mean, he can catch the edge of it. So this time, Cobra's blink. Now, who says we aren't going all the way? So just the 8 and 9 for 17 apiece. And we are 2 hours and 8 minutes into the match. How many was in Friday night 9-ball tonight? I bet there wasn't that many. I'd be surprised if there was. In fact, did it go ahead? Friday night 9-ball. So, Bedhead, couple of balls immediately in the break. And the 1 ball, well, he's got to take the bank. He's got to take the bank, and he might end up hooked to the 2. But there was only 7 in it. This could be good in one sense and bad in the other, and he's decided against it. Oh, that's brushed the 9. I think Cobra's got to try and duck for cover here. I mean, the bank isn't on, so he's got to try and duck one way or another. Well, he'll take that. I think he should have rubbed there, bumping the 4, and then ending up bumping the 2. But when you get a roll at this late stage of the match, you'll take it. Well, you're not difficult to hit the 1, but he hasn't got it now. What he didn't want to do, well, not that the 2 was impossible to get to, but it's now wide open now, and it looks like Cobra, unless the nerves start jangling again, is going to get to the hill and break for the match. Watch this cue ball. Watch this cue ball with the 9. I think he's okay. I think he's bumping it head on. Well, he would have been jangling there for a minute. I'll tell you that right now. He thought he was head behind the 9 there for a second. And he might end up going at least 2 rails on this 8-ball just to cut it in and bring the cue ball around and up table for the 9. Well, he's in sort of no man's land territory here. He's not look. I mean, he did look at the far corner, but he's decided to take it to the side. So now, you know, you would stun this in, get the cue ball out into the table, play the cut and run it 2 or 3 rails out into the table for the 9. But he might be scared at running cue balls and finding pockets here, but well, this is not ideal. He's going to nick it, come back across and out. He's fine for that. Well, this is it. Make or break. Bedhead may already have played his last shot in this match. We're about to find out. 18-17. It's looking dry, and it's dry with a shot for Bedhead. And the first big shot is right now to get on this 2-ball. Everything else is there as long as he can get to the 2, and that will decide whether he's going to get out or not. And this is not easy, believe me it ain't. I didn't look to see if it went past the 6. Well, it does. But now he's well into Bedhead territory here. What do you do with this? Again, I mean, he's got an easy safety. If you overcut the 2 and send it there, and you go running around the corner, you can get down there like that, avoiding the 3-ball, something like that. But at least get yardage. But he's not interested in that. Again, it's one of these, do I go for everything to stay at the table, get to Hill, or do I sell out? We're about to see what he's going to do. But the overcut, as long as you don't hit the 7 and you get the yardage, you can get a safety. But he's gone all out for the pot. Well, it's a sort of 2 and 1. Maybe it was the safety he was going to play. But look at this 8-ball. This 8-ball dead. The 8-ball is absolutely dead, and that's the danger of that shot. There's no way he's missing this 8-ball. But how's he's locking the 2? How's he's locking the 2? I think he can get there. He's on it. Would you believe it? He's on it. You can get a bus through there. If he doesn't think he can, then he's got worse eyes than I have. But I'm pretty certain he can get through there. Then again, maybe not. Can he get through to get to the 2? Yes, he can. Oh, now. Well, another tough, long 3-ball. All you have to do is roll it in and roll through. The angle's going to take you onto this 4. But Bedhead should have played my shot where he was going for distance rather than keeping it close like that. And then the unexpected happened. He's left a dead set combo to be kicked in. Unmissable combo. And it may well have cost him the match. I think my plan was a far better plan because you could get the cue ball away from there and at least get distance if you didn't get cover. Because you weren't leaving a pot on, really, the shot I was talking about. And ultimately, unless Cobra does something disastrous here, it's going to cost Bedhead the match, and it has done. And it didn't quite get to Hill, but maybe with my idea, it would have. Well, it was ended up a good shot, but that's the unlucky part about playing it soft and close. It didn't make it difficult for Cobra to get to it. But that's a risk you take. But Cobra survives, and Bedhead moves over to that 1 loss side. Thanks for watching, Mooncake. We'll have a quick look at the stats. What would we got here is Slim's doing it. Let me just send that home so we can have a look at the stats. We launched it. What the hell's happening?
Searching for all this crap.
That's what I want. 2024. 2024. And events. And shit. Oh, shit. I've got to log in again. Right, we've got there. Let's have a look. Bedhead. And Cobra. Now, where is he? There he is. No, both of them were under a ball in the break. 2 runouts from the break each. Break fouls, look, 5 scratches. 3 to Bedhead, 2 to Cobra. On a par, the percentage a wee bit low. Racks run 6 apiece, and of course Racks High run with just 1 because of the way the breaks were going. So that's 2 matches complete tonight. I think there's another one, as a matter of fact. Let me have a look. There's a match between Smoke and Sid and High Guy that is going ahead at 10 o'clock. That's in 40 minutes' time. We've also got tomorrow, we've got Eloquente and Balls. They're going at it at 9:30 in the morning. Needless to say, I'll be at work. But on Sunday, when I'm now on holiday for a week, we've got Larry and Fast Eddie. That's at 6 p.m. on Sunday evening, British summer time. And 2 hours later, we've got LS3 Interchange X at Sunday. And then half an hour later, we have One Pocket Slim Spectre Dawn. Now, that's the match I'll certainly be focusing on. I'll start with Larry and Fast Eddie, and presumably, that match could go 2 hours as well, but whenever it's done, we'll catch the start of LS3 Interchange X, and then depending how it goes, we'll jump across to One Pocket Slim Inspector Dawn. That's the plan, but that can change, obviously. And then finally, there's Whiskey and Rabbi on Sunday at 9 p.m. So that is it, folks. I've done my live streaming for the night. Remember, the next one as well will be on YouTube. Forget Twitch for VP4TV live streams. We're sticking with YouTube. So if you're not already a subscriber, subscribe. That way you can join in the chat. And anybody who's wondering what's happened to the streams that don't know, then you can pass on the message to them that that's why it isn't on Twitch. So, oh, by the way, I celebrated my 10th year at Tesco's today, and after 5 years, you get a badge with 5 years service on it. Guess what you get after 10 years? You get another badge with 10 years on it. And so this is what I think of that.
If you're the police, where are your badges? Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
That's what I think of that. Right, so that is it, guys. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for your company. Thanks to Hairpig for filling in. And we'll see you again very soon. So take care and good night.
Good night, ladies.
vista, baby.